welcome to the clubhouse.
I'm Jacob, and this is Tony, and today we're going to fill you in on our next cut to the race about our race in Sturgis, South Dakota. It was called the Black Hills Throwdown. Boy, did we throw down.
We threw down. We threw down so much that we actually canceled going, and then in an exciting turn of events, and largely in part due to Synfab Racing, Dan Hearn, we ended up going anyway.
One of the axles in the back, the CVs, was going bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what took us out of the Reno race, the Nido. See, look, I can say it right in front of the camera. I usually say Nido. So yeah, the Nido Championship, like, that took us out, so
we didn't want to repeat, right? Anyway, Dan Hearn was able to overnight these parts. We got them. Our primary diesel tow pig got taken out also on Sunday. So we were working on a backup truck, backup trailer. We threw it all together on Wednesday, which is when we were supposed to leave. Loaded everything up and left early Thursday morning. Drove almost 24 hours straight through.
yeah, it was terrible. Like, and we didn't have like proper music either, because we all have these new fancy phones that don't have auxiliary ports, and the vehicle didn't have Bluetooth, and we didn't have any dongles.
Serious note. Try to find a dongle near you.
For Apple.
Dare you?
For Apple.
Without going to Walmart.
Samsung
Challenge
dongles
it.
everywhere.
Or Target. or Best
Samsung.
Buy. So anyway, we get there around 6 in the morning-ish, I guess. Friday
I
night.
don't have any idea. I was so out of it.
So we rolled up, unloaded the car, and went to the driver meeting. And then we worked on the car all day. Then we were able to go do some practice runs. But before we could do that, our window nets disappeared.
Yep. I forgot about that one. Man, so much went wrong. I just started tuning it out, man.
I'm sure that like Sturgis is not at 10,000 feet elevation, because it was like uphill the whole way.
I see what you did there. I
Well,
think it's haunted.
fortunately,
Sturgis is haunted.
Fortunately, we were able to find some window nets. Got to do like 4 laps of practice, and that was it. Found out right away our front shock was just, it was like a wet noodle. You try to turn into it, and that tire just folds. At the end of the day, we just knew we were going to push through it, and anticipated not being able to turn as good. Fast forward to qualifying, just took a real conservative pace with the suspension being the way it was, and qualified, I believe, 19th out of 30, 31, 32, and knew our prelim was going to be first thing in the morning on Saturday. So we came to the race course, did another driver meeting, got in the cars, went out in the prelim. We got a rock that wedged itself up between the rotor and the caliper and the wheel, punctured a hole right through the rim. We're 2 laps in or so into the 6-lap prelim. So we got a pit. So we went in there, changed the tire, got back out, finished the prelim, but that put us, of course, way at the back because no one else had the pit. But this guy had to run into Sturgis to find some JB welds and some other stuff. What was it, like 3 miles?
That was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 3 miles, maybe 4. It should have taken 15 minutes. And it took almost 2 hours,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Yeah.
I just had to pick up a couple of things because all the motorcyclists there, bless their souls. I'm a motorcyclist, so I say that all sounding all salty, but I love motorcycles. But because there were so many of them, like just packs of hundreds and hundreds at a time, you couldn't get anywhere fast. It was like, I got stuck at the same light more than once. The same light in Sturgis is a tiny town.
Yeah, it was terrible. We were wondering if he just went home.
I just take the whole vehicle. Or you guys here be like, I'm done.
Yeah. He got back with the gas and
Just in
JB
time.
weld just in time, right before the main event. So we JB welded this rim back that had the hole in it because we had no other spares. And as we're going to the pit,
Hose clamped, freaking net, hose clamped net,
And-
JB welded wheel.
yep, yeah, and then right as we're going to the pit, we're also pitting for Draco, and John was also
Doing
being
the radio
spotter
spotter.
for those guys, and they gave us an extra wheel, but they had probably 5 or 6 plugs in the sidewall of it, and it's been holding the whole time up until we get it in our pit. So fortunately, our JB weld worked because their spare wouldn't have worked for us as well as we thought it would. But started towards the back of the pack, like somewhere between 25th, 28th, and that was fine. We knew we were just going to pick them off one at a time. And
hey, speaking of picking them off one at a time, this is a good little segue for the little video clip that I prepared. It's so cool that I haven't, I mean, it's not that cool, but it's totally ATV off-road theory. And I didn't even show Tony yet because I wanted him to see it at the same time everybody else did. Well, actually, earlier, because this isn't a live stream, but check it out. This is yeah, that's and look at, when I was watching this, all I could think of, and then you pass him and you see it right there in the top corner on the reverse footage. All I could think of as you're approaching him is, you know, that meme that you see on like TikTok or Instagram with the guy that's like, you know what I'm talking about? No? No? Maybe not? Okay, well, I'm sure lots of people do. That's pretty cool.
somebody does.
Again, just tearing right through him.
Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, Jacob.
Thanks, that's all I wanted to hear. I can go home now.
Needs the support.
Picking them off one at a time, picking up where we left off.
So we were picking them off one at a time, starting at the back. Actually, what happened was we got stuck behind a car that stopped for whatever reason, and everybody passed us. So when I mean we're starting at the back of the pack, I meant we're starting at the back of the pack.
Yeah, that's what happened. I saw it on the footage, and I was like, because I couldn't see from the pits, but on the footage, I was like, what is that guy doing?
You want to know frustrating? Get stuck on a short course at a dead stop while everyone else is racing. But we worked our way around, had no pits, no breakage, everything was good. So we just ran a real clean race, got all the way up to 16th. And what I just found out, I'm going to say it's official because Ultra4's led me to believe this. We're 5th in points for the region, the West region. So we think we finished 5th.
Yeah.
So that's a brand new car. That's basically taken a year off. No seat time in the car, and we're also working against some of the best racers, I mean, in UTV racing. And we're talking from the biggest rocks, the biggest whoops down in Mexico. I mean, we're talking about best racers in the most diverse racing environments that you can race in. And we got, fifth in points for the region. So I'd say that's a pretty good success story.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to complain.
Somebody needs to.
Okay, I guess that could be you.
Yeah. I hate parades. I'm going to straight out say it. I'm a parade Grinch. Sturgis Buffalo Chip Stadium there, like Ultra4 partnered with them and we did a parade of our UTVs, but you don't need to hear about my scrooginess. It was a cool parade, and we went down there and supported the bikers for their rally in the big stadium. There was live performance. There was this guy who pimped out motorcycles, and then a couple of the motorcyclists, the bikers, came actually to watch the race. It was pretty cool. So
yeah, it helped bring out the biker crowd to show them that we're exciting enough to be in their crib during bike week. So I think we earned our keep there because we can make a lot of noise. We proved that. We had about 90 Ultra4 vehicles there, UTVs, trucks, you name it. And when we fired up the engines and revved them out, I mean, we shook the stadium. So I think that definitely opened a lot of guys' eyes to Ultra4 and the off-road racing world. So we're also going to touch on, so that's our Sturgis deal, right?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot, yeah.
Yeah, so as some of you may have noticed, we had a little bit of some social media changes. And what we're doing now is we're focusing on our nonprofit being its own entity. It's a 501c3. If you don't know, you can check out our website, or you can check out our Facebook page, Revival Racing AZ, or revivalracing.org, where you can learn more about what that specifically is. But we're going to channel all of our racing onto McAbee Motorsports, which is going to be our new Instagram, and it also has a Facebook page.
I think I've already got the perfect logo. I'll show you guys up here.
Yeah. Okay. Should I lead?
I mean, you can't see it, only they can. It's floating up here in my imagination.
Can I cover this?
You can try.
So yeah, we're gonna have McAbee Motorsports. That's the official race team of Revival Racing. Revival Racing, again, is our nonprofit. It's going to be sponsored by McAbee Motorsports. And that really goes back to our whole original plan, is to utilize off-road motorsports in general, as an outlet for youth, and to give
get them plugged
interest and people plugged in and apply their skills and
pick up new skills and interests.
Right. So I mean, that's what we really want to do. That's the whole idea behind it, and I feel like we can do that a little better now. It's a little less confusing. So we're going to have some logo changes, some website changes coming up. This is all in preparation for next year. But for those that have seen the changes, it's the same people. We're doing the same thing. We're still doing the same thing.
I think that's all, folks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, I guess. Just keep following us. But make sure to check out Revival Racing AZ on Instagram and Facebook, because you should.
That's exactly right, you should.
And also follow McAbee Motorsports, because if you like racing stuff, that's pretty much all that's going to be there. So, as long as this guy doesn't fall off the planet, lose all of our footage, and charges the GoPro.
You're saying that almost like it's happened before. That's never happened. That's never happened.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
Well, we're going to continue playing in here for a little while, so if you guys want to go back to whatever you're doing on this fine day.
Or if you want to watch, we've got about 45 more minutes of this.
Hey.
This is not a horse. This is a German Shepherd.
Oh.
I think. Yeah. Bark! Bark! Bark!
Trapped it.
What are we doing?
Not yet.
Awkward!
Oh, sorry, you're videoing, right?
Yep. No, we're just playing.
Yeah, we're just playing in here.
Yeah, we're videoing.
Welcome to the clubhouse.
I'm Jacob, and this is Tony, and we're here to fill you in on our next cut to the race about our. Darn it, that was gonna be good, Tony.
It was gonna be good, but
It was gonna
you
be
started
good.
to laugh.
Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with that? Fine, I'll be sad. That's right, I have my shades on.
Oh, see, you don't even.
But now you can't see my sad eyes. Look at them.
You can't see the hat.
Look at them.